The desert shack, my grandmother's rules. The desert doesn't forgive. That's the first lesson my grandmother ever taught me. She wasn't a traveler of forests or mountains. Her wisdom was forged in the endless sands, where the sun burned hotter than fire and the nights froze colder than stone. She called them the rules of the desert, and though I never truly believed them, I found myself clinging to her words when I stumbled upon the shack. It wasn't much of a shelter, just 4 walls of cracked wood, leaning against each other like tired old bones. The roof had holes big enough for the stars to slip through. Still, in the desert, even ruins are a gift. I remembered her first rule: never refuse shade. Even the shadow of a thorn bush can save your life. I dropped my pack and stepped inside. The heat outside pressed against the shack like a living thing, waiting for me to come back out. Inside, the silence was different, heavier, as if the desert had followed me in and was listening. Her second rule came back to me: the desert hides water, but only for those who know where to look. My throat was already dry, and I had no more than half a bottle left. I scanned the shack. There was nothing but sand, piled in corners, and scraps of wood eaten by time. Then I noticed a clay jar buried halfway under the floorboards. Empty, but the smell faint, sweet, like water had been there once. The desert was mocking me. Night came fast. The desert doesn't give you long afternoons, only a burning day, then sudden darkness. That's when I remembered her third rule: fire is more than warmth. It is a signal, a weapon, and a prayer. I lit a small flame with what little wood I had. The glow filled the shack with trembling shadows. Out there, in the dunes, I swore I saw movement. Something watching. Coyotes, maybe. Or something worse. Sleep was impossible. The desert whispers at night. The wind sneaks through cracks, carrying voices you don't want to hear. My grandmother had warned me, never trust the silence of the desert, it is never empty. By dawn, I was weaker, my lips cracked, my head pounding. But in the pale light, I saw tracks near the shack, not animal, but human. Bare feet, leading away into the dunes. My grandmother's last rule echoed in my head: follow only the paths you make yourself. The desert remembers every step, and it punishes those who walk in another's. I stood there for hours, staring at those footprints, wondering who had left them and why they hadn't returned. In the end, I obeyed her rule. I turned my back on those tracks and carved my own into the sand. With every step, I felt her watching. Her rules weren't just advice, they were survival. They were legacy. And in the desert, legacy is the only thing stronger than the sun.